So you think about selling your property and you really want to understand if now is the right time. Well, in today's video, we are going to talk to you specifically about 5 reasons, and some of these reasons are going to be reasons that some agents will not necessarily tell you. They're going to sugarcoat them a little bit. But in today's video, we're going to give you specifically 5 reasons why this still is a very great time for you to be selling your home. And then at the end of the video, we're going to give you some myths, legends, and secrets, and whatever it may be, in regards to why agents may be telling you right now in this season, this is predominantly during the winter season, why this may not be the best time for you to sell. So with that being said, guys, as we always like to say, let the show begin, because we're getting after it right now. If this is your first time to our channel and you want to know everything that there is to know in regards to buying or selling, and specifically in today's video, selling your home in the Las Vegas Valley, make sure you subscribe below, tap that bell for notifications, and thank you for checking us out and welcome to the channel. With that, let's jump in. 5 reasons why you really should consider selling your home. Now, number 1, inventory is still very low. With inventory being low, it's a great time for you to be out there. You're going to have buyers out there that are really hungry, especially right now, finding these properties. As we've said before in many other videos, if they're looking at properties right now during this season, they're going to be serious buyers. These aren't going to be people that are out there wasting their time, wasting your time, wasting agents' times in regards to looking at properties. So a phenomenal time for you to be out there in the market. And also, with that being said, we always got to remember the simple supply and demand. Limited, smaller amount of inventory out there means a better opportunity for more hungry buyers to come in and look at your property, which means better and stronger prices for you. So again, a fantastic time for you to be out here in this particular market, because we just have so many people that still want to and actually do move during this time. So take advantage of that. Number 2, the interest rates. We know that's been a big story last year, all that kind of great stuff, and the year before that. But the interest rates are starting to get a little bit more steady. People are understanding that now we're going to be sort of staying where we are for a while. We're in that sort of kind of like mid-high 6s. We may be able to get to those lower 6s or even into the 5s, depending on your lender and all the different programs he or she may have. So definitely make sure you're talking to lenders in regards to down payment assistance stuff that may be out there, buying down your rate in regards to some concessions you'll get from the seller, from the builder, all those different types of things. So with that being said, all those buyers that are out there understanding that these rates are much more solid and they aren't doing this all the time, it gives them the confidence that this is the time for them to be acting. So a lot of buyers out there, because interest rates are stabilizing. We've seen them over the last 2 years really drop from those even close to 8s that we were about a year and a half ago, now down to those 6, and really maintaining that level. So again, as we all hopefully understand and know at this particular time, we're not going to get back to those 2s and 3s. We're just not doing that, guys. I wish we were. Trust me, I really do. I jump in back into the market again like crazy, but at the same time, so would millions of other people as well. So again, we're stable. People are feeling that confidence now. People are feeling that this is the right kind of interest rate. This is the rate we're probably going to be seeing for a while. And with prices sort of kind of jumping up, people want to take advantage of it before those prices really start to jump up. And speaking of prices, number 3 is going to be equity. Equity is at an all-time high. I know there are a lot of people out there that are hoping and wishing for our market to crash and prices to fall and all that kind of great stuff. There may be some small areas, a couple of states and all that kind of good stuff, Florida, there's parts of Texas and all that kind of good stuff that are experiencing those drops in those prices. We're seeing here in the Las Vegas Valley, some of our prices, I'd say at least about 50-60% of those properties are definitely still going away or basically jumping off of the market, going into contract with someone still within the first 30 days. A little over 57% up to 60% of our properties are still doing that. However, that still means we have about 30 something, close to 40% of our properties that are not moving as quickly. So we have a mix, but we're still stronger in the sense of more properties are actually moving quickly in that 30, 60 first days on the market versus those that are sitting on the market for a long time. Again, we're still seeing some of our inventory build up, which means we are seeing some of those properties sit there. But if you're priced right, and you're in great condition and a great location, this is still your market. And speaking of location, especially if you're in our Summerlin area, if you're in our Sky Canyon area, parts of Henderson, we've seen 20-30% increase in value since 2020. That's a lot of money back into your pocket. That's a lot of investment or a lot of a risk that people took back in that time, and those risks have paid off. Again, investing back into their real estate and being able to grow that value as far as their homes are concerned with. So fantastic time. And number 4, demand for move-in ready homes is skyrocketing. Your property, again, like we were saying earlier there, your great location, Summerlin, Sky Canyon, parts of Henderson, all those kind of great things. And if you're not in those areas, we definitely want to make sure, in addition to what you do in those areas that we just mentioned, if you're not in those particular areas, you want to make sure that your location, or you want to make sure that your staging has some kind of light stage. You present your property well. We want to make sure you're taking care of some of the repairs and things like that that you need to do around the house. So don't be too sloppy, and to get those minimal small things taken care of. We really want to make sure that we're pricing the property right. Buyers are ready to move in, but they're very picky. They're going to watch your property, and they're really going to do their homework. So a great opportunity and a great time for you to be in there, but you've got to get to the market right. We don't want the stigma that comes along with sitting on the market for a long time by pricing us too high and not hitting that property right in regards to what the market is suggesting for us in regards to pricing. Reach out to us. We'll definitely love to help you out in regards to getting that price correctly and get you moved on to wherever it is you and your family need to be. And it really can be that simple. A simple decluttering of your property and a light staging of your property, really presenting your property well, can help your home shine. And number 5, the Las Vegas market is attracting those relocation buyers. We're still, in some people's eyes, affordable in regards to those people that are moving from like California, folks moving from Arizona, even those investors that are coming in. I know we have a lot of our corporate investors. We are almost begging people to get involved in this market before these corporate investors really push our numbers up. But we're strongly encouraging you to be involved in regards to selling the property. Maybe we could help you take advantage of being in front of some of these corporate people that would be willing to pay some top dollars if your property is, like we were saying previously, is your property showing well, is priced right, and all those kind of great things. But again, that relocation, as far as bringing all of these buyers into Las Vegas, they're coming here because there's everything that's happening here, from our sports that's growing like absolutely crazy. Of course, the no state income taxes, and we're getting a lot of job growth opportunities, or jobs out here as far as opportunities for people to find employment. All of that is driving a lot of people here to the Las Vegas area. Yes, it is bringing our prices up, but again, like I said, it is still also very affordable in comparison to all those other places like California, some of the places in Toronto, Canada, places like that we've helped people move here. We've had a couple of people move in from Mexico. We have a couple of people moving from Arizona, China, all those different types of things, but a lot of them are still finding it affordable. Yes, we're definitely growing as far as our prices are concerned with. That's the reason we have those areas like Henderson, Summerlin, parts of North Las Vegas. They've seen a lot of growth as far as their equity is concerned with. But again, we'd love for you to be able to jump in and take advantage of this current market, because so many people are coming here from so many different areas, especially during this time. Now, let's get into the good stuff. Let's get into why some agents may say they're a little reluctant to tell you why this is a good time for you to be involved in the market. Let's be honest. We're going to continue being honest here. Some of the agents right now, in all honesty, have stopped working, and there's nothing wrong with it. A lot of us have we've got our butts kicked over these last couple of years in regards to what's been happening in the market as far as new changes and all that kind of good stuff. That's something I'll mention a little bit later as well. But we've got our butts kicked a little bit in that sense, because a lot has occurred. So people need this vacation. They really need to step away. But a lot of agents do tend to step away, and they get quiet from like right after Halloween, probably until the middle of January. So this is one of our team's best time in our best season. We see a lot of activity because we are staying involved in the market. We are letting those people, we are understanding that a lot of people are still moving here, and we're being available to those folks. So no, we don't go on vacation during this particular time. And again, not saying there's anything wrong with agents going on vacation. We need vacations. But I'm just saying right now, I think just typically most agents sort of shut their business down for a bit. We do not shut our business down. Now, what I was saying earlier, another reason why I think this is a myth is that a lot of people have the mindset a lot of people, a lot of agents can have the mindset that this is the slow period, so they don't necessarily tell people to get involved. Again, like I said, this is one of our best times in regards to the sales that we have going on out there. In regards to our buyers that are coming in, we have relocation people, like we said before, from corporate moves to military to all of these different people that are coming into the Las Vegas area during this particular time. So again, watch the mindset of the agent that you're considering and make sure you're reaching out to someone like ourselves that has a record of moving properties during this time in this season, and definitely making sure that we can help buyers get into this market during this particular time. So watch the mindset. Another reason that I believe that agents don't think this is a really good time, let's really look at the numbers, unfortunately. Listen, I love my colleagues out there. I'm not one of those agents that thinks as of we're competition all the time. I believe that when we cooperate together, when we work well together, we do great things for our clients. We can help them move their properties. We can help them find great properties when we have those great connections with other colleagues. But let's be real. Let's continue pulling this curtain back here, guys. We have seen a lot of our agents leave the business with all the changes that have been going on from the Department of Justice and NAR, that big lawsuit. It scared some people. Some people were scared and they left the business, and they didn't want to get involved with learning how to present a buyer-broker agreement. They didn't want people having to sign something before they took them out and all those different types of things. We have always had someone sign paperwork before we put them in our car, before we start working with them. We want to make sure that we're protecting the time of those people that have committed to us already. For those clients that have committed to us, we want them to understand that we're going to have certain standards before we start working with everybody out there. Because our time is very valuable, because if we don't have time to help our client that has committed to us, then we can't be of service to them. We're flooding ourselves with too many people out there. So a lot of agents didn't have the comfort in regards to presenting that information and presenting that value. I believe that is a strong value in regards to providing that to our clients, that we watch out for our time, we fight for our time, because we know our time is valuable. Because when our clients hire us, we need to be of service to them, and we need to make sure that we have the time to be of service to them. So that is making a lot of agents step out of the business. Now, we do have some agents that have actually retired from the business, because this was just that one extra thing that made them just say, okay, you know what? I'm good to go. I was thinking about retiring in 2 or 3 years. I'm going to do it now. I'm not interested in taking on this new stuff. It's a really big change. We have a couple of big changes that are happening out there that are sort of kind of making some of our seasoned, wonderful agents that have been out there, have been doing this for a while, say this is a great time to step away. I'm going to go ahead and maybe toss my business over, if they can, to another agent and all that kind of great stuff, and move on. So that is another reason they're just moving or getting out of the business. And one of the big ones that most people don't realize, because they're used to seeing HGTV and all this kind of great stuff, we're walking around in these big old stiletto pumps, and we're walking around in these great suits and $5,000, $10,000, $15 suits and everything else, selling these multi-million-dollar properties, when that's just simply not true for every agent. The average agent is maybe doing 4 transactions. And if they're doing 4 transactions, they're probably getting paid less than $40,000 a year. That's not a great amount of money in regards to staying in this business, because there's so many different expenses, and it is very competitive. So selling 4 transactions a year, it just doesn't give you the confidence that you need to have when you sit in front of someone and you'll be able to get out there and negotiate and work with other agents and present all these new rules and present the new paperwork that a person is going to have. Doing 4 transactions doesn't give you enough experience. So a lot of people are leaving the business because it has been very hard for them. Again, nothing wrong with that. I'd rather someone know this is just not the business for them than them to stick around and dredge this out and not be of service to people and not do something and not do great service for the clients that are out there. So those are some of the reasons that I think that a lot of agents won't necessarily tell you why this is not a great time to be involved, especially during this winter season. Yet with that, hopefully that gives you some clarity. If this information has been helpful, please share it with someone else. We want to make sure we're getting that out there. And again, please subscribe down below and tap that bell for those notifications, and we will talk to you guys next week. Take care.